Men, be honest. How many of you have completely checked out of dating? Story one, it's a humiliation ritual you're paying for. It's like paying a clown to throw pies at my face. It's probably the most depressing, soul-crushing, time-wasting action I've ever participated in my whole life. I have a better time applying for jobs. Story two, I have, absolutely. I explained it to my therapist with this comparison. If you were on a sinking ship in shark-infested waters, everyone is going to have to seek refuge. Some get lifeboats, find the perfect partner early in their lives and live happily ever after. Some swim to shore safely but are weary, find the perfect partner after lots of effort and time invested, but still are happy. Some get maimed and sting by jellyfish and limbs bitten off, nasty divorces, abuse, etc. And some simply drown and become shark food, folks like me. I'm not trying to be doom and gloom. I'd love the opportunity to meet someone good and someone with common interests and goals. Trouble is they're too hard to find, and you have to traverse those shark-infested waters to find them. Right now, my ship isn't sinking, and I'd rather stay out of the water. I've been single 15 years, celibate 9 years. Since removing the women from my life, things have gotten so much better. Life has become simplified and easy. No lying, cheating, deceit, betrayal, theft, gaslighting, abuse, nothing. It's nice to come home to peace and quiet. No arguing or fighting about what channel to put the TV on, for God's sakes. I wish there were great matches for me out there, and there probably are. Finding them is another story. 8 billion people on Earth, and I'm supposed to find the one. Fat chance. So I just threw in the towel and have learned to do what makes me happy. It's not so bad. Story 3, I'm like a 5 or 6'10", which means my options are zeros and ones, not worth it. Story 4, yup, utterly done. If someone wants me, I am easy to talk to. If not, no worries. What I am looking for in a deeper relationship with a woman is something that very, very few are willing to provide: emotional support and restorative intimacy. Someone replied, "This person knows what is up. It is sad that it feels like winning the lottery when you find a right one." Story 5. Yep. 30s, and it's not worth my peace to get played again, especially when you feel like a bad person for having boundaries and feeling like being a handyman, your therapist for years, only to be called a narcissist or weirdo like seemingly all the rest. Still miss her daughter calling me dad and being the one person reliable but never again. Story 6. I have. Unfortunately, I've had to rely on online dating, and there's just no point anymore. Every girl I meet seems so uninterested in actually getting to know me. First dates feel like an audition for me to prove to her that I'm worthy of a second date. The only girls that seem to show genuine interest are the ones with lots of baggage, so they're impulsive and non-committal. They're interested in me until the excitement wears off, then they drop me like a sack of potatoes and move on to someone else. It's just demoralizing every step of the way. Someone replied, "Yup, I try and go on a couple big adventures every year, but my day-to-day is pretty laid back and chill when I'm not." Lots of women seem to think of me as an Indiana Jones type adventurer. When they realize I'm a normal guy with a normal life too, they suddenly lose complete interest. Story 7. I'm not a man, but I have worked on dating apps. You know what they call male-presenting users? Users. You know what they call female-presenting users? Inventory. Don't depend on dating apps in case you needed any encouragement. It's all a scam. Story 8. I've been out for a few years now. I could get dates with probably 6 and down, and every single one thought she was entitled to everything with absolutely no commitment or support. Oh, and that she was a 9 minimum. Utter insanity. F that. Story 9. Me for the last 3 years. I'm only 38 though, and I spent all of my 20s and half of my 30s in relationships. Quite frankly, I'm enjoying the peace. Once I feel that I want a partner again, I'll start dating again. But at the moment, I'm enjoying my freedom to do things on a whim. Story 10. I'm about 90% checked out. Last serious relationship crushed my soul, and the only women who seem interested are ones who told me to take a hike in my 20s, but now are running out of options. I still kind of want to be a dad, but the thought of raising a kid at 40 seems daunting. And looking at the trajectory of the world, I feel like it would be criminal to bring someone into this. Of course, this leaves me in this pointless circle of wake up, work, chores, hobby, and sleep, and I hate it. Story 11. I'm done with dating. Forever. Dating is a mind game for teens and young people still in their 20s. I'm almost 39 years old, have 2 jobs, rent and bills that need paying, and I feel like I have better things to do than waste time and money on entertaining strangers that I don't even like at all, just because they want a free meal and because my mother and other idiots think that I need to try dating. Story 12. Unfortunately, I attract women who are either just getting out of toxic relationships and aren't used to being with a decent person or are still damaged from previous relationships. As you can imagine, that could be draining, especially if they constantly tell me that I'm the only guy that treated them properly or whatever they say, which is automatically red flag for me now. My most recent relationship ended because she was still emotionally damaged by that prior relationship. She did say she had baggage, so that was kind of on me, but the heart wants what it wants. After that, I checked out for the time being. I'm at the point where if it happens, it happens, but I'm definitely tired of it. Story 13. I guess a lot of women seem sort of brainwashed, to be honest. Even the ones you think aren't later often turn out to be. Makes you just want to not pursue them really. Like if I can live without sex, then I'd rather, because the price for sex seems a bit high, frankly. Story 14. Because 50% of the time it will lead to divorce. And for some reason, there's a whole industry built around divorce and how to extract as much resources out of the male in a divorce. Story 15. Probably no one will read this far, but I have to say it. I'm a man, and it breaks my heart seeing my congeniers suffer so much for love. I genuinely think everyone deserves a healthy relationship and a loving partner, and I wish I could make that come true. It's particularly sad to me because I know men have it worse dating than women. Not like they don't have their share amount of bullshit to put up with, but men are a statistically lonely population, which unfortunately many times leads to suicide. I just hope every man out there reading this can find happiness inside of them and a nice circle of friends and, well, if possible, a loving partner. A bit naive, I know, but I genuinely wish that. That concludes today's stories. If you like stories like these, please make sure to like and subscribe for more. If you have any opinions on these stories, let me know what you think in the comments below. I hope you all enjoyed today's story time, and I hope to hear from you all soon.